All right, guys. Hey, it's Kate with Case Greatness Live. Let's go ahead and jump on in. We're going to look at the signs and symbols, see what we got in this storyline. Five of Earth. This starts out with someone who's feeling a little bit lost. Maybe they're literally lost in the big city. Some symbols of the day could be tall skyscraper buildings or narrow alleyways, possibly in a city environment. But we've got someone who's got glasses on as well, but their glasses could get fogged up or they're having trouble finding a location that they're seeking. Maybe they're having trouble finding a parking space. It's like, man, I can't find what I'm looking for. I still haven't found what I'm looking for. Soldier of Water. Okay, so somebody's looking for love, but they're feeling almost like they're lost in their feels, but they're not sure that it's being reciprocated here. This with the octopus tentacles, possibly somebody who's scuba diving or wearing some kind of a mask of sorts. I'm picturing somebody who's even got like a dentist, with glasses and a little light, shining from right over the or in between the eyes, for vision. I know that's very specific, but it could be somebody who's either doing like underwater photography or scuba diving or wearing a mask of sorts, but specifically dentist comes to mind. Someone could be going to the dentist, trying to find the dentist's office in a city, unable to locate anything. But this actually speaks more of emotions. This is like our Knight of Cups. So somebody could be seeking love and wondering, like, did I not get the approval? Did I not please them? We have the strong Virgo energy coming in. And it almost feels like this could be whomever they're wondering, like, I can't figure out, did you like what I did? I can't find you, or I can't figure out what your reactions are to me. The person that they want a reaction from could have been away, could have been someplace else, right? She's over here at the beach. Somebody walking along the beach or taking like a mini holiday or mini afternoon off could be a sign and symbol. Also somebody who lives near it doesn't have to be a resort, but it could be, some kind of like rather grand hotel or kind of luxurious building that sits at the edge of a seascape. Also the full moon. We are just about to have that full moon in Virgo, as a matter of fact. So that could also be a very timely message. Let's go back to that Five of Earth. Can you tell me, what is it that's making this person, possibly a masculine, feel rather alone? Five of Swords. It almost, not just alone, but feeling like they received some sharp message that kind of left them feeling forlorn. Why do you think that you received a sharp message? By the way, signs and symbols here could be pens, ink, teacups, letters, messages, handwritten notes, to-do lists and such. Also somebody in a dark blue jacket or suit. We have the High Priest, which would typically, the High Priest would be associated with the Hierophant card. But in this deck, they marked it as if it were 10, and 10 in the major arcana would typically actually be the Wheel of Fortune, and 5 should be the Hierophant. But the Hierophant and High Priest are interchangeable. This is not a traditional deck, so I'm just mentioning all of this so we can kind of blend all of those energies together, since this is a non-traditional deck. Driving by literally a bank or knowing something about the banking industry could go along with this, but it feels as if we have a character who's saying, no, my higher self has informed me that somebody is like displeased with me, and it seems like he thinks that this feminine is displeased with him when she's actually got a big old grin on her face. I think he's got something wrong. I think he's misinterpreting. We could have a masculine who believes a feminine is irritated with him, and I don't think he's right at all. Soldier of Fire, intellect. This is him being very passionate, but worrying now, maybe, like, did I piss her off? Did I come across like I was, playing games, or like I was being a player? Is that what she's thinking of me? Does she think that I'm playing games with her? I know she's intelligent, but is she reading me all wrong? Okay, here's the thing. In a storyline like this, my thought is maybe he is super attracted to her, but whatever tempo he's been taking to like show her his attraction, he's now concerned that she somehow is irritated with that. But he knows she's really intelligent, but he's wondering if maybe he said something wrong, did something wrong, is showing this in the wrong way. She's tilted, so he doesn't quite know how to read her. By the way, someone who wears a long kimono or has like a nice, dressing robe or gown or something that they wear, particularly first thing in the morning, if they throw on a robe in the morning, that could be a sign to help describe her a little bit better. I'm thinking that they don't know her mind well enough yet to be able to read her, because she doesn't look upset at all, but he's very concerned that she's reading him wrong, but I think it's him reading her wrong. Let's get another one for the Soldier of Water. We've got the Two of Fire. He thinks an awful lot about her. An awful lot about her. And this is the Two of Wands. This is like, gosh, what do I do? Do I try to say something to her? He's looking at a photo of her. This could be online. He could be someplace not where she's located, since he holds the world in his hand. Somebody could have one of those stress reliever balls or something. Six of Fire and the Sun. It's so crazy because here he is wondering what to do. And it's like, on one hand, every time he thinks about her, he's kind of thrilled with the thought of her. The thought of her makes him happy. Oh, what's that song? The Very Thought of You. It's an old song. But why is he at a crossroads? Because he's acting like, I feel like I could have great success with her. I even feel like I've just had some kind of great success and I'm in a really good vibe. He seems to be really happy, except for the fact that he thinks that she's mad at him. Can you tell me a little bit more about, he's holding that photo. The Duchess. I don't know. The Duchess is sometimes the individual that I think of as like a mother figure that you go to for advice. Let me get one more. Unless he's thinking like, either she's lighthearted and she does have a fun side to her and I am reading her wrong, or maybe she's like somebody who gets easily irritated. I don't know why he's thinking so much instead of just like asking her point blank. We have the Soldier of Air. This is him doing something fairly impulsive. So I think he's about to reach out, but it seems almost a little incognito since he has this mask on, or he's kind of braced for receiving some kind of message from her in return, or reaching out to her in a way that he doesn't know what to expect. It's weird though, because this is all like playing out in this masculine's head, and he is way overthinking everything from what I can tell. Again, wearing masks of sorts. This I usually think of as more like a welder's helmet, or something that could be a full-on face shield. Somebody who works, let's say doing lawn maintenance or something like that, and they wear a face shield. If they're using a hedge trimmer, weed whacker, or something like that, some kind of protective gear. But obviously, it's also a gas mask, which it's like he's torn between saying, I think I pissed her off, and then saying, no, but she makes me so happy, but maybe I should reach out and just see what the backlash is, if she has something to say to me that is, unhappy or rude or something. Let's go over to her. Tell me about this potential Virgo who seems to be in a great mood. Again, the soul, the sun. If anything, I think she's happy as a clam. She's been having a great day. She's in a great mood. There's really nothing about her that is concerned about him or mad at him in any way. If anything, she assumes he's maybe off doing what he needs to do. She's having a great day. Older vehicles, it doesn't have to be a Model T, but older vehicles could be a sign that she sees today. Careful not to slip and fall. We do have somebody falling out. Or dropping something, maybe accidentally like leaving something on the hood of our car, driving away and having it blow off the back. She's in a really happy mood though. The image of the sun, a tattoo of the sun, maybe a sun image that is like the kind of the kind of imagery that we would normally see in, like, let's say, cave paintings even, or maybe like cultural, like ancient, people's depictions of the sun god, Amun-Ra, something like that. We have theology. Yeah, for her, she's kind of like got the spiritual belief. She may really celebrate the sun as well, but she has a strong spiritual belief that things will come to pass just the way they should. The divine has some kind of plan. She's not stressed out or worried at all about him, about how or when she communicates with him. She's actually in a really great space. He's overthinking everything about her. And can we see, why is he so worried about whether or not she's happy? We've got the 9 of Earth. It is at kind of a jaunty angle here. He seems to be concerned about it because I don't think he wants to be single too much longer. I'm thinking also, if she's displeased with him, it lowers some of the way he feels about himself. But can we go back for just a second? Let me see about this heroic and sunny energy here that should make him super happy. Let's see. We have the Star. It feels like he wants to look good in her eyes, because I think he's put her on a pedestal. And I really think this is just all his concerns and worries. What if I've displeased her? What if I haven't made her very happy? What if she's not impressed with me? That's how this comes across, because he could be a bit of a star or be doing really, really well, though. But I feel like, why again so much? Like, why is he even misunderstanding her energy so much? Artisan, he's kind of sensitive, an equanimity. He perhaps has had people not support him at different points in time, and he's kind of like sensitive to, he may be artistic or something, but he may be sensitive to, how other people receive him, react to him, specifically because in the past he hasn't always been treated very nicely. So when he meets somebody that he cares about, who he wants to think highly of him, now their opinion of him matters a little bit. I mean, that's maybe something we could say is true for absolutely everybody, especially if we like somebody, we want them to like us too, right? This comes across like, oh gosh, I think that this is really a tempest in a teacup as far as him worrying about things, but is this going to get sorted out? By the way, somebody could be like an artist or someone who creates things. You notice she's a basket weaver, or somebody could have baskets in their house. They could be fixing something that they need to kind of like, even if they're not an official basket weaver, they might be repairing something in their house that needs to be threaded back together. Again, images of a big city are here. Like, this kind of looks like New York to me. 10 of Cups. Yes, these two will get this all worked out. She's never been mad at him in the first place. She has way more belief in a connection and the way things will go than he does, because he's worried about disappointing her. But these two, with the 10 of Cups, they will absolutely have success at some point in time. They're destined for a 10 of Cups. The teacups, or them needing to speak truth to each other about loyalty, I think he needs to know she's not going to flinch and move away from him for any like small perceived infraction. He might have been used to people that just have a short fuse, and that's just not her. She seems to have a much more like comfortable vibe to her, and I don't know that he's used to this. I feel like maybe he hasn't had much support before, so he's not used to somebody who just kind of is like cool, with him to a certain extent. But these two will, I think, eventually be very, very happy. Do we see, how do they get there? Like, is there any action that she's going to be taking or should take? We have got the 6 of Cups sideways. Yeah, I think she's going to be sending him some kind of reinforcement, or some kind of like small offering, or something that lets him know like there is no problem. There's something to bridge this gap. I almost feel like she intuitively is like knowing to send some kind gesture or something his way, because she feels, again, like, oh, everything will work out. This is really awesome. All is well. I feel like she is the one who's going to like give him a reassurance. My impression is that these two haven't developed much of a connection yet for him to still not know her mind very well. And so I'm thinking that this, you know, reinforcement, this gentle support, this is something that he's not aware she would give to him yet. He's not aware of that. But it's coming. I think she'll be sending some kind of support here in his way. We've got Mercury, yeah, in the form of a message. Obviously, in the form of a message. It came out a little bit sideways here. We have a rooster. It could come in early in the morning, first thing in the morning. By the way, these messages are posted at 5 a.m. when the rooster crows. So perhaps, you know, this is going to be a 5 a.m. kind of message. It's going to be something that he receives. It's like, oh, and it could really make him feel good, like calm his heart down a little bit. I feel like he's got her wrong if he thinks he's bothered, or that she's bothered by something that he's concerned he did wrong or something like that. He's just going to have to get more comfortable with her and get to know her a little bit better, so that pressure will be alleviated. I think it's sweet that he's, you know, so heavily like, I wonder what she thought. I wonder if she's irritated with me. I wonder if she's, you know, how she feels about me. I do want to ask, how come he doesn't just talk to her? With the masks that we've seen, I'm wondering if these two are not, I mean, we have masks twice here. Let's make it three times. We have zeitgeist. Okay, so this, for whatever reason, these two are not at that place yet. They're not at the place where they have this kind of communication. They're not at the place where they talk about this stuff yet. We've got these like geometric patterns and almost like this is a new thing for him. This whole thing is new, and he's maybe always had life that fit into these patterns, and I don't think she fits a pattern in his life. I think this is brand new for him. This is a whole new like era, and she's gonna mark this new era for him. This moon has a little face in it, and it always makes me think of the lyrics by the Voids in Human Sadness. The moon's a skull. I think it's grinning. I don't know. This comes across really like a beautiful piece of like energy, but he's still stumped because I don't think he's met somebody like this. And they aren't really in a place where they're in that level of communication yet, or maybe not at all. We've got a lot of things flying. We do have an airplane overhead. We have little baby cherub up above, sweet little baby cherub. We've got some cartoon characters. We've got the scream going on down here. I just feel like this is a lot of mixed energy. Almost, I mean, this is a very surreal card. But it almost feels like this is just not something that he's accustomed to yet. He's lived a lot of life, but he hasn't yet met somebody like her, so he doesn't have a reference point for this yet. He's met people that are kind of like false, kind of cartoony, people that have, you know, been high drama, things that have been kind of like up in the air but weren't really real. So I think she's really real and is really a soulmate to him. And maybe that's what he's not had before. So this is new terrain for him. All right, guys, thanks so much for being here. Really appreciate you guys. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. If you don't know this already, I do put out all the zodiacs on, well, between my two channels on YouTube. So Kate's Regretless Life and Tarot Dog. You can find any of the zodiacs that you're looking for if you just check into the playlist tab and then scroll through, and you will find all those different zodiacs. Otherwise, you can also check the live tab, and that will show you the newest updated videos. I mostly always stream mine live, so that's why you won't find much of my content under the video tab except this one series. Okay? All right, guys, thanks so much for hanging out. Bye.